go. You want to take over this and I'll take over that.
Oh my goodness, look at that,
There
folks.
we go.
Come here, fix that for me. Hey, hi everybody. Welcome back to the Papa's Kitchen. Today, I'm doing something I shouldn't do when I'm sort of watching my weight, but I'm going to make a pie, and I want to see if you know what this is. I wish I'd kept a big stalk of it. It looks like celery, but it's red. And it's something I grew up on. It's called rhubarb. Now, it was interesting. I was talking to my friend, Miss Linda, down in New Orleans. She says, I've never even had rhubarb. She said, I don't think I would like it. I said, oh, yes, you would. I grew up in Detroit, and my grandmother, my mother's mother, had an alley out behind her house, and that's how you got into the garage area from the alleyway, and she grew it along the fence at the alley, and she'd go out, cut that stuff up, and just in about that size piece, and she would make rhubarb pie. Now, a lot of you probably know rhubarb pie, and maybe you've even had rhubarb strawberry pie. That's how I often see it at restaurants, what have you. I don't like that. I like a good old-fashioned rhubarb pie, and this is my grandmother's recipe. By the way, her name was Gussie, and this is Gussie's recipe. I don't know where the name Gussie comes from. If somebody knows, please write me and let me know. I don't think anybody in my family knows. And my brother, one brother did all this genealogy stuff. None of us can figure it out. Be that as it may, she grew up in Panama City, Florida, and she did rhubarb pie. And oh, it was the best. So it was sort of passed down to my mother, and I got it from my mother. I love it. And this time of year, May, June, is when rhubarb comes into vogue. You can't find it even anymore, at least in my grocery stores. I have to go to a vegetable stand thing that I know of, and he gets it in, and he saves me some. And so I got some the other day. I was up that way, and then I brought it home, and I froze it. I cut it up and froze it. And I'll tell you how to do that in a little bit. I'm making the pie today. And in addition to that, I'm going to also make, for my folks, my mom's not been feeling well a few days now, I'm going to make them some broccoli cheddar soup in the Instapot. So I'm doing 2 videos today. You're going to see both things because both of these will go pretty quickly, at least on the video. But you get a good couple of recipes out of it. And if you have an Instapot, this is a great broccoli cheddar cheese soup. You're going to love it. And I wish I could serve you up a slice of rhubarb pie. I like it cold or at least room temperature. Some people like it hot, I don't. You put like a scoop of vanilla ice cream on it or something. It's to die for.
Explain what it tastes like.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know how to explain.
It's kind of sour.
It's sour and sweet all at the same time. And
right.
I like sour. That's why I like the lemon meringue.
Right.
And that's really, you're right. It's sour, sweet kind of thing.
That's why some people don't like it.
And some people don't like it. That's why, probably. And in addition, I've sort of, instead of doing a store-bought crust, I'm actually made my crust. I made it, put it together last night. It's a new flaky crust recipe I'm trying. And I pulled it out of the fridge a little bit ago, and I'm trying to pull it out here. I am the worst at this. Mostly my problem, I think, is patience. I just don't have a great deal of patience with this.
Well, and you haven't done that many.
I don't know, that's right. And it's just so much easier to let Pillsbury do it.
Yes.
But I still need to learn, and that's why I'm doing this. So I'm going to use a 9-inch pie plate. Sorry about the noise. And Susan, why does that come off like that?
Well, you've got to keep putting flour on the roller.
Oh.
People
like
who do this all the time figure it out.
You guys probably know much better about this than I do.
But you will figure it out if you keep doing it.
I'm not figuring anything out. I want somebody to help me.
I've always come to the rescue, but now I have the camera.
Yeah, right. Is that about,
how big did you want it?
I guess it's about right.
You wanted it 9-inch,
9 inch,
right?
yeah.
Is it 9-inch?
Well, I think it's even more. But
okay, that's good.
I think that's good, don't you?
Yeah, so don't pick it up like that.
How do you pick it up?
Well, lift the plastic.
Can I do this?
You can try, but I would lift the plastic on one end and make it come into your hand on the other.
So, like this?
Well, not all that flour, maybe.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Yeah, like that on that side. And put your hand in the middle. The left.
Like this?
Uh-huh. And fold it over your hand.
Oh, I see.
Like that.
Yeah.
Is it coming off?
No.
Ooh, you didn't put enough flour on the bottom then.
Well, you told me not to.
Well, you gotta have enough.
I blame you for this.
Yes, right. It's coming.
Disaster.
Little by little. Don't let it fold over.
Oh, I won't.
There you go. You want your hand kind of in the middle.
Sue,
Yep.
this isn't right.
It's coming, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
There you go.
Oh, there we go. Oh, now
put
what?
Now,
No, it's tearing back down here. Let me see.
keep your hand in the middle more.
Yeah,
There you go.
there we go.
There. That's okay. You can patch it up.
Are you sure?
Yep. You got to go quick with that crust because you said you made an extra buttery one.
Yeah. It'll melt.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do I do now?
Throw it in the pan.
Okay.
There you go. You did it.
That's scary.
Move it around. You got a lot on this side.
I know. I threw down wrong. Oh, Susan.
Well, you want to take over this and I'll take over that.
Come here, fix that for me.
Okay, hold on.
Sorry.
I'll try. Oh man, you did make a mess.
I did.
Let's see. I baked a few more pies than you.
Put it in the freezer. Let's do it again.
No. Well,
Oh, Lord, look at this mess.
the thing about this
Oh, my
kind
goodness.
of a buttery crust is it is harder to work with. Yeah, you're gonna have to start over.
Oh, goodness sake.
But don't worry.
Should we make it cold again?
No, I don't think so. Just kidding.
You do it. You roll it out. I'll pay you.
So I get paid for this one.
Yeah, yeah.
Now,
Oh,
where's your
man.
flour?
Well, here.
We'll see how much better I do.
Maybe this will only be one video. It's going to take this much time.
You're not supposed to mess with it much.
I know it. I know it. It's because
So
of
this
that.
is what you need to
Oh, I see how you did back and forth like
yeah,
a pizza
just
pie.
to kind of get your hand in the middle.
Yeah,
I wonder if I did it big enough here.
I think you did. Just push it out.
I'd rather have it thicker
Yeah, me too.
so it doesn't break through.
Yeah. Yeah, because this is a wet kind
And
of.
then you can kind of fake it
Yeah.
on the edges.
Yeah.
This is called Amateurs Making a Pie Crust.
Yeah, it is really.
But what would be cool to hear from all of you is your favorite pie crust recipe. So I used to make one, mother actually, Jerry's mom, that was called Never Fail Pie Crust, and it had a little bit of vinegar in it. And it made up 5 crusts at a time. I'd roll them up, stick them in the freezer, and have them ready anytime I wanted to make them.
This is a lot harder than making
But
bread.
it
Bread
wasn't.
is easy.
It wasn't super. It wasn't super flaky compared to this. I can tell this one's full of butter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be good.
It'll be delicious.
I love that thumb action there. I can't figure out how to do that.
Oh yeah, you pinch it. But everybody does something different.
Yeah.
Some use a fork. There you go.
Alrighty.
There's your pie crust.
Alrighty. Okay, so we're back. I got my pie crust done. Look what I did.
Right. We have witness.
Yes, right, we do.
But the more you do it.
Yeah, and so
the
that
better
means
you
I need
get.
to make some more pies.
That's
I guess
right.
the diet thing is off for a while. All right, now here's the recipe. It's really simple as it relates to the filling here. And this is, by the way, rhubarb is my favorite fruit pie. And this is a fruit pie of sort. And let me tell you this. I like them all. I like peach, cherry, apple. Apple I can take or leave. But I love blueberry. I'm going to make a blueberry here soon. But this is my all-time. I like strawberry, but this is my all-time favorite.
So you like fruit better than
No,
mincemeat?
my favorite pie. Oh, mincemeat, I can't. No.
That's
My favorite pie, though, of all time is pecan. So
Oh, okay. So that's
what I
not a
am.
fruit.
No. Anyhow, you need 5 cups, and I think it's going to be just fine here. I'm going to do whatever this is in this bag. 5 cups of the rhubarb. It's all cut up into small pieces.
Generous.
And by the way I froze this is I cut it, and then I submerged it all in hot boiling water for 1 minute. 1 minute. Pull it out and then drain it, or pull it out, put it in some ice bath water. Once it's all drained, you lay it on parchment paper, individual pieces. So I had bigger pieces, and then I cut last night into smaller for this recipe, and put it in the freezer, all individual. And that way, I just need to
dump it all in.
Yeah, even the juice will be good. That's about 5 cups.
What are you saying?
Less.
Say it again.
Okay, hang on. Here we go. You put it in the freezer individually. That way, when you actually then, as it's frozen, you bag it. Then they don't stick to each other. They're separate. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh.
Now, with all that said and done, what you're going to do
How do you put them in individually?
You first, I'm telling you, you put them all individually on a piece of parchment paper, like
oh,
on
I
a
see,
cookie
parchment
sheet.
paper.
Yeah,
I missed that.
Yeah, and then once a couple hours, once they're frozen, take them out and take those off that parchment.
Put them in a bag.
Put them in a bag, and then put it back in the freezer.
Right.
And then, in fact, I'm going to go buy more stalks and do exactly that. Now, with the filling, you're going to take 1 cup. Very easy. This is so easy to do. The crust is the hardest part with this thing.
To you.
To me. You're going to take 1 cup of sugar. And this makes it so sweet, and it offsets that sour. But I like the sour. I really do. 1 cup of sugar. And to that, you're going to add 2 tablespoons of tapioca, and this is sort of going to be the binding
tapioca
pearls.
Oh, pearls.
Yeah, and I got the Red Mill, Bob's Red Mill. I like these, and I order those online. 1, 2 of these, and then you're going to take about a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Put that in there, and then you're going to mix it all up. And what you're going to do is you're going to pour it over this whole mixture over your rhubarb. I was about to say raspberries, and I like raspberry pie too.
In the bowl?
Right in the bowl.
Oh, okay.
Watch this.
You mix it together?
You mix it all together, just like that. And then I'll get a big wooden spoon or...
Oh, I'm showing your legs.
Oh, goodness, don't. And then you just mix it all up, and you let it stand for about 15, 20 minutes, all in that beautiful... Oh, my mouth, honestly, I need a napkin or a hanky or something because my mouth is watering with this. I just love this pie, and my mother and my father do too. So when I take that soup up to them, I'm going to take this too. And I may have, even on this diet that I'm on, and by the way, hopefully you can tell I've lost a little. Yeah. But anyhow, I'm still going to have a little slice of it, actually.
Good.
All right, and so I'll put that in, and then I'm going to show you what I do for the topping. I do just a crumb topping, so we'll do that in a second. Okay, it's been 15 minutes, and in the meantime, I've got some stuff cut up, and I'll show you the soup in a second. But we got to get this ready. My oven's at 400 degrees. My pie crust looks really good. This is just going to be all so good. I'm putting this in the pie crust, and I'm using my slotted just because it's a little watery, and it's fine, but I don't want as much as maybe it would have produced if I had dumped everything in there, and I don't want to do that.
I really like how red they are this time.
They're beautiful.
Yeah.
This guy does over at Nelson's.
No wonder people put strawberries with it.
Yeah, probably, but boy, I find that sort of like blasphemy. This is good.
You're right, it might have been too much.
I think so, it might have been. We'll put a little in, but not a lot. It'll cook off anyhow, some of it. You get it all over there. And then all I'm going to do with this is I'm going to do a very simple crumb crust. That's how my grandmother did it. Gussie, how she did it. And that's how we're going to do it. Let's get the rest. I can't leave all the goodness behind. And I'm going to put just a little bit of juice in.
Oh, and you got to get all those pearls.
Well,
that's the problem.
No, you don't. I got extra in there, I'm sure.
Because that's what helps thicken it.
Yeah, okay. There we go.
Can you make that with tapioca flour?
You know what? You probably could. I think I did it once because I couldn't find the pearls during COVID.
I wonder if that would do better.
I don't know. Probably actually would. Yeah. So anyhow, okay, now here's the crust. It's very simple. I've got in there half a stick of butter, and I use salted butter. So you can do either one on this. A half a cup of flour and a half a cup of sugar. That's it, white sugar. And all you want to do is take your little tool. Where's my little tool?
It's in the drawer.
Oh, it is. You want to take your little tool and you just want to cut that all in. The butter in, cut the butter in.
Or with knives.
Or with knives you can do, or forks. I've seen people do forks. My tools that were made specifically for. And then someone's going to say your grandmother didn't have one of those. Probably she did.
No, she probably used knives.
Yeah, I don't do this very often, but my mouth is just watering just thinking about how the goodness of this. This is heaven food, folks. You'll find this in heaven. It'll be served soon after you and I get there.
Well, it's in your heaven. Some people wouldn't care.
No, I know. But in heaven, they will like it. Even if they don't like it here on earth. You think that's true?
I don't know.
We'll see.
I've been reading a book on heaven. It doesn't talk about weather.
What kind of food we get?
No, it just says it's going to be so much nicer than what we have on earth now.
It's pretty bad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, I think that looks cut, don't you, Sue?
Yep.
I'm going to take this and just so that I can get it all around, I'm going to sprinkle it on here and just get that all coated like that. My mother is going to love me. Again, I'll be moving to number 1 position in the pecking order of the David boys. And honestly, with this good like this, I'm going to put a tray underneath.
Yeah, it'll probably overflow. All right, how long in the oven?
Okay, it's going to go in the oven for about 40, 50 minutes. What did Gussie tell me to do here? 400 for 40 to 50 minutes. Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly what I
We'll see
remember.
what it looks like.
Yeah, we'll see. Okay, now we're back over here.
That's that.
Oh yes, it's this. I wondered what was going on.
Yeah, what button did you hit?
Saute. On my Instapot, I hit the saute button. See that right there like that?
yeah.
Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a quarter of a stick of butter. I'm just using some salted butter here. I'm going to let that melt real quick. And then once that's done, I've got my onion. I did a whole medium-sized sweet onion chopped down. I did a really thick, fat little carrot peeled and chopped. And I did 2 cloves, good-sized cloves of garlic, also peeled and chopped. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to let this get a little hot here, and it moves really fast. The Instapot does. It's going to get all melted there, and then I'm going to saute the onion, garlic, and carrots down, and I'm going to do that for about 3 minutes or so. And after they're done, I'm going to put in my cut up broccoli. Got that all cut up as well, and then we're going to saute that some. And then I'll show you what we do next. I'm curious, if you have a pressure cooker, if you use it a lot, I come and go with it. Sort of don't use it, then use it, then don't. And also, I want to know if you've made soup in it, and what kind of soup. And man, if it's a really cool soup, something off the chart kind of thing, I'd love to get your recipe. All right, this has been sauteing the onions, carrots, and garlic. And you want to get where the onions are pretty translucent for about 5 minutes on the saute mode in that butter. They've sweated down pretty nicely. And now I'm going to add my broccoli and keep sauteing for about another 3 minutes until these get a little bit tender and a little soft.
I didn't know you could saute with this Instapot.
Yeah.
That makes a difference.
It does make a difference. What's your favorite soup, by the way?
Mine?
Yeah. Do you have one?
I like soup.
I know you do.
I
You're like
love
your
this
father.
One. You made this one.
I've made it before.
It's delicious.
Yeah. And that tomato, remind me this fall, I'll make that tomato one. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, that one's really good.
That's good. That's not in here, but it's really good.
Yeah.
My favorite, I think, is French onion. I do like a good French onion soup. Oh, I'll tell you what else I love. Mushroom soup. A good made mushroom soup. But I like anything. I'm going to make a clam chowder here in a few days. So, now see, that's getting nice and green, and you can see it sauteing really nice.
You could smell it.
Yeah, you'd smell it now. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I lowered the button on the front to less now, because now I'm going to put in a half a cup of Chardonnay. In my case, I've got this. It's going in, of wine. I'm also going to add 3 cups of chicken stock. And this is my chicken stock that I made here not too long ago. And that's going to go in.
Oh, that'll make this soup better.
Oh, it'll make it very, very good. And I'm also going to add a pinch of nutmeg. Let me help myself with the pinch thing here. Just a pinch of nutmeg.
Look, don't put any more. That's not a pinch. That's a quarter.
No, it isn't.
Quarter of a teaspoon.
No,
I like nutmeg, but some people don't.
and I'm going to do 1 teaspoon of sea salt. So I pulled my sea salt out. We can always salt more later. And I'm going to actually put in some good old-fashioned wonderful black pepper. And you're going to stir that all up and get that stuff off the sides here that caught up there. And from this point on, we're going to put the lid on and lock it down. And we're going to cook things here. And we're going to let that simmer for 5 minutes, just like that.
Not with this down.
That's in the lock position, but I'm letting this simmer for about 5 minutes.
Boy,
So it's
I've never
209.
used one,
No, you still, yeah, you got to just watch what you're doing. All right, everything's working. My broccoli was cooked for 10 minutes. I did a quick release of the, well, what do they call this thing? I don't even know, but you know, the steamer thing, and it let go, and then I was able to take that lid off. I kept it on warm because I wasn't quite ready to mess with it when it actually happened. But now I'm putting in, what is this? One cup of cheddar. Put that all in there. Get that out of here. Come on. There it is. Okay, and we're gonna put that 1 cup of cheddar in. And then it calls for milk, half a cup, but I didn't have any whole milk. And so I put some heavy cream in here, but I diluted it a little bit with water. And so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna stir this all up. First off, oh, that's gonna be so very good. And you could actually, if you wanted it creamier or thicker, you could put a little bit more cream in, and I may do that. But once you immerse it, the cheese, you could put more cheese, always more cheese. Once you put in the immersion blender and do this emulsion, immerse the I'm immersing it in juice. So I immerse the emulsion blender. There you go. Okay, great, fine. Everybody's a critic, I'll tell you right now. Don't yell, but I'm going to see for salt. Oh, that's really good. A little salt though.
So then you have to do another taste.
I do, but I'll rinse the spoon off for those of you that are...
You'll do what?
I'll rinse the spoon off before I put it back in for those of you that don't like a double dipper.
Which is you. You hate double dipping.
I do. I actually do.
As long if it's someone else.
Chips and salsa or something like that, yeah.
Good?
But I still think it needs more cheese.
Yeah,
I'm going to
probably.
put some more cheese in.
I'll have to grate some more.
Okay, we'll put some more in. And guess what? My rhubarb pie is done.
Oh.
So bring that camera over
No, I'll
here.
pull it out and show me.
Well, oh my road came undone. Oh my goodness, look at that,
There
folks.
we go.
That
That's
is
perfect.
beautiful. That is
Yes.
gorgeous. I'm going to have a hard time not getting
Staying
into
out of
that
it,
this
huh?
evening. Yeah, I really am. I'm going to really work on my discipline though and not do it. So, oh, did that turn out gorgeous. Wow, wow. Now that, if some of you are nearby, just come on over. We'll put the coffee pot on and give you a slice
You
of
need ice cream though, don't you?
You know what? I don't eat ice cream.
That's right. You can't eat ice cream.
And it didn't make a mess in my oven either.
Wow.
And look at my crust.
Yes. Whose
Came
crust?
out really good.
Whose crust?
Yeah, well, anyhow. Here's what I'm going to do. I'll tell you what I'll do. Take this to my mother's, the soup. Take this to my mother's tomorrow. She's going to be very happy. I'll surprise her for lunch. We'll see how they like it. That'll be the test, and I'll add that to the end of this video, and then you'll get a chance to see it all complete. I think everybody's going to be very, very happy.
Yes.